Iran links British seizure of oil tanker to Ailing nuclear deal. Brussels Iran for the first time tied the British seizure of an Iranian oil tanker to the Ailing nuclear deal on Sunday, calling it illegal and a violation of the agreement. By making that link, Iran appeared to be trying to press the Europeans to make good on the promised financial benefits of the 2015 agreement known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA. Since Iran is entitled to export its oil according to the JCPOA, any impediment in the way of Iran's export of oil is actually against the JCPOA, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister, Abbas Araghchi, said after emergency talks in Vienna with other parties to the nuclear deal. The United States withdrew from the nuclear deal last year, but Iran and Europe are in talks to try to salvage it. British forces impounded the Iranian tanker in early July near Gibraltar, accusing it of violating European Union sanctions on Syria, an act Britain said had nothing to do with the nuclear deal. On July 19, Iranian commandos in the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most important waterway for oil shipments, arguing that it had committed violations but formally denying that it was a tit-for-tat response. Since then, Iran has blown hot and cold over and Tehran promises not to send the oil to Syria, in part because London insists that the decision on what to do with the Iranian tanker must go through the courts. Iran also warned against the British idea of sending a European-led naval force to escort tankers in the Persian Gulf, where the United States has already increased its military presence. A government spokesman at the same time on Sunday, President Hassan Rouhani of Iran congratulated, and said that he hoped that Mr. Johnson's familiarity with the issues of the relations of Iran and England and your presence once in Tehran will be a considerable help in getting rid of existing obstacles in the growth and expansion of relations between us. Mr. Johnson visited Tehran in 2017 as Foreign Secretary. A British-Iranian dual national, Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe, since 2016. A deal that would Iran agreed to accept limits on its nuclear program in the 2015 accord in exchange for the lifting of international sanctions against it. After the new measures include secondary sanctions against third countries that do business with Iran. European countries. Those efforts have so far come to nothing, even though European officials have said for months that the system was nearly ready. Even then, to pressure the other signatories Britain, France, Germany, Russia, China, and the European Union Iran has argued that under the terms of the agreement it is entitled to breach the pact's restrictions since Iran is not getting the benefits it was promised for compliance. So far, on Sunday, Iran threatened another breach to begin activity again at the Iraq heavy water reactor. Ali Akbar Salih, he denied, as Iran regularly does, that Tehran has any intention of building a nuclear weapon. At the same time, Iran's escalatory tactics in the Gulf, and its seizure of tankers, have been partly counterproductive, hardly encouraging Britain or the other Europeans to go out of their way to defend the nuclear deal. The Europeans it's clear that the ongoing escalation, particularly in the Gulf, has been and is playing a big part of the reason why the deal in and of itself is in deeper and deeper trouble, Natalie Toki, a senior advisor to the European Union foreign policy chief, told the BBC. Of course that escalation in the Gulf is taking place precisely because there has been a violation of the JCPOA by the United States. But as the escalate in Vienna, there were talks to try to de-escalate tensions. All parties agreed to preserve the nuclear deal and to continue to implement the JCPOA in a balanced manner, said Fu Kong, China's representative at the talks. All sides have Mr. Araghchi, the Iranian delegate, said that I think the atmosphere was constructive and the discussions were good, but added that I cannot say that we resolved everything. He said that
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,